checking the mic. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy almost New Year, everybody. My name is Dan C. Bearded. I am the co-host of the Doctor's Orders live stream, and we are on episode 174. Thank you for joining us. On your way in. Oh, why am I ringing? Oh, there we go. Sorry. I was ringing in my own ear. Had the YouTube tab on, but we're good here. That was me. That was on me again. And on this episode, you guys, consider hitting the thumbs up. Share this out with some friends. There might be some people home watching their kids, and they need a little break from that reality and chaos. And today is quite simply a community check-in. I want to hear about how Nick's holidays have gone so far. I want to hear about the community. I want to hear how you guys are doing. And above all, just give you guys a place to hang out and know that you're surrounded by supportive friends. I'll talk about my stuff. But before we get into all of that, please help me welcome the owner and founder of Dr. Nick's. That would be the Doctor of Time and Space himself, Mr. Artistic Nicholas Phelps.
I feel like you're referring to me there. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Here I am.
How you doing, sir?
Look at, dude, doing good. It's like the slack tide between Christmas and New Year's, which it's different for everybody. It's always an interesting time of year for me for about 9 different reasons, because some things are slowing down, some things are sped up, some things are busier, some things are slower. So it's a weird time of year, but this year I will say I'm not feeling overwhelmed. I'm, dare I say, enjoying this time of year between the two, just to kind of take care of some planning and getting other stuff done and getting caught up. And even though it's a lot of work, things are getting done. So it feels good. Feels good, man.
I want to hear details in a bit, because that sounds very relatable. And that's Bucky. That was the first thing I noticed, and that was why I hit him with the artistic. He does have the nice hat on. Is that a hoodie? Is that what I'm looking at behind? Yeah.
There is a hood back there.
Well. Yeah.
And it's got like a cool tie-dye pattern. It's a huge hood.
Ooh, that's a New England hood.
Oh, yeah. This is what you want when you have 50-mile-an-hour gusts of wind coming off the ocean and it feels like temperature of 2.
Oh, yeah. We're right there. Which
is exactly where we're at today.
We had straight up, like not 3 feet in front of you, blizzard condition for pretty much the duration of yesterday. Pretty much all day. And yeah, we had 50 to 60 mile per hour wind. It was one of the wildest days of weather I can remember, period.
Dude, it's just been, I mean, it's been crazy in a bunch of different ways, just because it was 50 a couple of days ago. And now we got 30 something degrees with a feels like I say, of single digits. And so it's just, it's weird. Like the weather doesn't know what to do either.
And it's like the wind. And so we went from a very rainy day, and it was 50 at like 9 p.m. like 9 p.m. raining, and then dropped to about the same as you. Like we were at like 15 degrees all day yesterday, but feels like was much less. And it's like, whoa, such a weird balance. And the whole country did. A lot of like the central United States had tornado warnings in the end of December, which is insane, because they were going from like 60-degree weather down to like 20-degree weather like that. It was an absolute snap. It was really interesting.
It really is. That's bizarre. Jill, it is a whole bunch of nope outside right now.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep. Just makes, so you guys are 1 day behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, our cars were all frozen shut as well. And we tried to get in the back of our 4Runner. Man, I had to start chipping stuff away. Like I was like, I got to get in here. And same thing, frozen shut.
Do you have the external buttons for the window to go up and down on your 4Runner?
No, I have external buttons, but it's lock, unlock.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So when on the electric Hummer, because it has no door frames, when you touch the door handle and start to it's like when you start to move the door handle, the window drops a tiny bit in order to make it, because when you close the door, the window shuts itself underneath a little piece of rubber. So that way it's like all the way sealed.
Okay.
Because there's it's frameless. So I'm going out there this morning and Jill texts me. She's like, my door was frozen shut. And I'm like, that sounds lame. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, my window moves when I rolled when I open my door.
Right.
I haven't done this in like the active frozen snow yet. It's like it's always been sheltered. And so I go out there and I touch the door handle and it's like
Oh,
clunk. I'm like, oh God.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not the best design for if you live around frozen stuff.
Man, I was sad because we got a really bad chip in our windshield. One of the coolest features of the 4Runner is the windshield is like all custom from Toyota, and it has like a bar down the bottom of it, and it has like an electric, it heats up. And so
Yeah.
it will defrost your windshield in a second. It's crazy. Well, when I went to any place that would even remotely cover insurance, they would
Nope.
not do the Toyota replacement. So I just have
Nope.
a boring normal windshield now.
That is lame.
And to get it like without
No.
insurance, to get the to get the Toyota one, it was like $1,500. And I'm like, no, I can defrost. I'll be all right.
It's like I'll chip away at it. But what a stupid thing to not be able to get replaced, right? It's like like that's not something that you'd. So wait a minute, you're telling me that like every Range Rover out there that's got like the mesh inside the front window to do the defrosting, like if you get that thing replaced, like you get one of those, like that features a one-time thing that you get unless you pay $3,000 for it at the dealer.
Yes.
Holy crap. I had no idea. I had a Range Rover that had that mesh in the screen. I always remember looking at it like, I wonder how SafeLight deals with replacing these things in people's driveways.
I went through SafeLight. That was who I used.
Yes, well, because they're awesome.
Yeah.
And you remember their jingle.
When they come to you, they do a great job. Yeah, it was easy to do the insurance and everything. I just now have a normal windshield. Arden says, I'm wearing my Dr. Nick's hat, oil, and butter too. And then Jill said, guess what Nick has on?
Oh, well, Arden, you speak about what you have on, Mr. Generous here. So we have not had a stream since Christmas. So we have a lot of Christmas to catch up on. But I think the first Christmas to catch up on is one of the things that Arden sent out here. Sent out a sick Invicta, a nice Swiss-made freaking watch.
Mine's upstairs. Twins.
Dude, I'm telling you, this guy, he shows us too much love. Arden, it's too generous, too kind, my friend. So I had to throw it on here, make sure I had it with me on the stream. So very, very cool.
Okay, the Teslas do the inch down to clear the door frame. Explain to me again, what's the functionality behind this? Why is that a thing?
So so there's a number of reasons, aesthetics being one of them. That you might want no door frame on your design, right? So if there's no door frame, there's nowhere for your window to roll up into.
What does that mean? Okay, I'm trying to picture my brain. I'm not a car guy. You guys know that. What do you mean?
It means so if you open the door and roll down the window, that's it. Like the top of your door is the top of the door. There's no metal part that goes up and makes the shape of the side window.
So when your window is up,
your window is the door.
That's the top. When you open your door, that's the top of the door.
You just see glass. It's an edge of glass.
Whoa, that's freaky deaky. I don't know if I can. Wow.
Yeah. So when you open the door on a Tesla or on this electric Hummer, the edge of the glass is the top of your door. Like
So
there's no rubber, there's no seal, no door frame, no rubber on it either.
Wow.
So when it closes, the glass just makes contact with the rubber gasket, and then it goes and sucks up inside of it. So if there's like a little groove in the gasket like this, your window kind of goes like it hits against it, and then it goes doop and goes up.
Okay.
So it's just because otherwise it would be your window would catch in the wind and flap in the wind as you're going down the highway, because it would just be like the edge of the glass would be the part. So it'd sit there and vibrate and flap.
Yeah.
So this just sucks it right up into the top and away you go.
Okay. Makes sense. And Matt said, I remember the stream this week. Dude, we already have more than 30 people in here. Shout out to you guys, man. See if you get that thumbs up, share it with a friend. This is a community hangout.
It is
community hangout today. Okay.
And you can always tell. It's like when people have time off of work, right? It's like that time between where a lot of people are off either this week or they were off last week, or it's a slow week, or they're working from home. And we can always tell when our group of slackers is allowed to be a little is allowed to slack off on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock and hang out with us instead of getting work done.
Right, right. How many of you are getting paid at work right now? I'm curious. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but I am curious.
Yeah,
So,
no brand names.
Rain is forecast for the Rose Parade. Oh, is that with the Rose Bowl, Leo?
Ooh, I don't know.
In Pasadena?
I don't know.
I'm guessing. Let me see. Let me look that up. The Rose.
If it's in California, it's scheduled to be wet. That's for sure.
All right. New Year's Day, Pasadena. So it has to do with the Rose Bowl, I'm assuming. Because that's like the time for the big football bowl game. Yes, Dan? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, man.
Very cool. Miles, if you guys know Miles from the stream, right, from Alabama, great dude. He's actually going to the Rose Bowl, so he'll be there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, legendary facility. Yep. And then I like Jill's comment. She closes doors too hard to own frameless windows. My mind went there. Like, interesting.
So, like, I've always thought about the mechanics of that, and it's like the door is what hits and latches. So, like, you can close it as hard as you want, and the glass is never going to hit anything harder because the glass doesn't actually make like the firm contact, you know?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Makes sense. Nice. We got some people at work. We got some people on paid time off. We got some people, it's their normal day off. Love
Heck
it.
yeah.
Love it.
Love
okay.
that.
In the chat, guys, today is open-ended. If you have any questions about the holidays, any questions about Dr. Nick's as a company, about Nick himself, I'm here too, I guess. But if whatever you guys are wondering, drop it. Nick, we haven't had the full chance to even talk about this, so this is perfect with the stream. How were the holidays? How'd Christmas go? And kind of break down the week for people to get a glimpse in the life of beard product owner, and really just how was Christmas for you guys this year?
Dude, you know, it was good. It was good. It was calm. I think we touched base just around, like, you know, I think on Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we just, you know what it was, man? We had Christmas, and then we had a day where we bounced. We went over to Jill's mom's house on Christmas real quick. We just shot over, came back. We had good, cooked good food, did the whole thing. Had great Christmas Eve dinner. We just lazy leftovers on Christmas Day. Bounced around a little bit, saw some family. It was an awesome Christmas morning. All of us were up so early that we were done opening presents while it was still dark outside. I think you were probably about the same, right?
Dude, we try to keep them in till 7.
Come on.
And I'm like, it's Christmas. So yeah, the fizz got out of the bottle on that one way before 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Based on the video I saw, it was dark out your windows.
Pitch black. Yeah. Pitch black.
So same with us. So we had about the same schedule on Christmas Day. And then it was weird because we feel like we've been fighting off something, like being sick for like, I don't even know, like a month. And so we got through Christmas. Everything was great. The next day we were like, feel a little funny. And then we had a show that we were which we'll talk about, Killers of Kill Tony, that we went to go see on Saturday down in Boston, at the Bosch Center, Wang Center, whatever you want to call it. Hans Kim had a great joke about performing at the Wang Center. It was a question for him about if he was the only one in the group that was performing there that night, and if everyone else was somewhere else. Wow. It was fantastic. But so it was just kind of a whirlwind. Like, I feel like Christmas was like a month ago. It does not feel like it was less than a week ago. That's for sure. So
you're telling me, dude.
How was Christmas? It was great, but the time going from Christmas till now has been on such crazy. Each day feels like it's going by faster than it should. And by now it feels like at least a month has passed since Christmas till now.
So accurate. So ours was similar. Christmas, normally my parents come in for Christmas Eve. Yeah. And my sisters try to, but I have one sister that lives in Chicago. I have another sister that lives in Boise, and my parents live up north. Well, one of my sisters living in Boise, my parents went out there this year for a specific reason. All good things. I just don't know if it's out on the internet yet. put the pieces together. So they went out there to see her because she wasn't going to travel out to Michigan, right? And so they went out there, and my other sister went out there as well. So my parents came in on a different day. They came in like the 23rd, I think. So we did our little thing there. And then on Christmas, it was just us and my mother-in-law, Gigi, that most people in the community know. And so we stayed, did presents. We had like an early lunch, and it was the best Christmas ham we've ever had. It was a smoked ham. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Next, I'm never going non-smoked ham again. And it still had like the honey finish and all that stuff. So
what do you usually do? There's non-smoked ham options?
I guess so. Yeah. I've just always done like a spiral ham that wasn't smoked. It was just, cooked in the oven.
Yep. And it was like, because most hams are smoked and then spiral cut and then covered in sugar.
Okay.
But you get one that has like the heavy smoke to it. Like,
that's what we had. Yeah.
Oh, dude. It's like you go from like one that's like smoked to one that's like smoked. And it's like, oh man, that's the way to go.
The texture was different. It was was so good. So dang good.
Where'd you get it?
I don't know. Sam.
Okay. All right.
Sam got it. But it was the best ham I'd ever had. We had
gluten-free
stuffing.
Ham.
We had mashed potatoes. We had corn. We had all like the normal Thanksgiving dinner, but just sub ham in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had it for a late dinner. I mean, it was just, the leftovers later on. It was incredible. And we just kind of hung out, let the kids play with their toys, do the thing. And then the thing is, we have nasty weather, right? The kids got new sleds and stuff, but they haven't been able to go outside because it's literally been raining. It's been freezing raining. Too. It's been just gross. And so not fun weather. And I have 3 kids that have very raging ADHD and not a choice to be like, go outside and go play. And so it's been great, but it's also been survival. And so I'm like weighing the reality of like hearing everyone being like, you're going to miss these days. Appreciate your kids. Be glad they're healthy and all stuff. And it's like, yeah. All the above. But also you don't have 3 little, I don't want to say crackheads, but crackheads at home that are just insane. And so it's been the matter of managing time and energy to be able to, and also not be a crappy parent where it's like, go be on a screen and be quiet. I just can't do it. As much as I know I probably should, I just can't do it. So like one of the days I rented an entire soccer facility and invited all their friends. And
that's what you were saying. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And so I coached soccer for several hours. And then we did another day with a lesson with like the best trainer in the state of Michigan. And then immediately following this stream, we're going to another soccer session. And then here's a crazy one. We booked Top Golf for me, Sam, and the boys. Violet was going to go to Gigi's because we're like, perfect. We also are trying to avoid places that have a million hands touching things. So we're not going to trampoline parks. We're not going to like indoor play sets. We're not doing any of that because if you look at like the country's chart of flu right now, Michigan is like the highest. And it's no. Not interesting.
And do you know what the number one way to prevent the flu is? And I guarantee you those places are not enforcing it.
What's that?
It's not what you think. It's washing hands. Washing your hands is the number one prevention of flu contraction or being contagious. And you go to a trampoline park and look around and guess how many people didn't wash their hands at all that day.
Well, they're all sick. They're all sniffling. They're sneezing, just snot running down. And so normally that's a go-to for us, but this year we're like, we're not getting the flu. We're not doing this. And we're like, Top Golf, we can sanitize the clubs. We can wash our hands. We'll stay in our little bay. Well, let me see if I can find a picture real quick or maybe a video, something. Auburn Hills. This is our Top Golf, okay? And it kind of went viral. So we had Tuesday booked, as in today. We had today booked, like this afternoon, booked for Top Golf. Okay.
But then something went viral, and this is your Top Golf. This does not sound good. Did it collapse?
This is our Top Golf, my friend.
It collapsed.
So because of the ice and the heavy winds, all of there's video, and I don't want to play it. What the heck is it? I don't want to play it and get a chance to get like any kind of strike on here, but essentially it here, let's see. We gotta play it. I'm gonna see here, and hopefully it'll be kind of muted. Watch this.
Some guy's like, wait, what's that?
Watch to the right. The whole thing comes crashing down all the way around, all the nets because of the ice.
Gosh.
And that's our Top Golf. All of a sudden, we get an email that our reservation is canceled. This is
just a little.
Yeah, this is the halfway point from where we live to where we go to soccer for people to get like an idea of how close it is to us. And so I was like, okay, now we're booking soccer. So that's been kind of our main thing this break is getting quality time in with the kids, but also it has to involve burning energy and not getting sick. And I was like, perfect. Nope, canceled. Cannot go to Top Golf.
That is insane.
Yeah, really crazy.
Dude,
really,
you think about
really,
the
really
chain
crazy.
reaction that happens there, no pun intended, is, I mean, it's like you have this heavy weight of ice freezing on that thing. You get one section that folds and the inertia of it moving just rips the mounts off of the rest. And you just get the domino effect across all those poles.
Well, you know, some jerk shot a ball at it, you know, and it hit and then just bah, 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 and they're probably celebrating.
Yeah, well, you know, that thing's off to the right, too. That could have been me with my wicked slice, dude. Like, that could have been me real easily right there, completely on accident. It's like going for the 225, put some stank on it, and then just
put some stank on it, yeah.
Right over to the right.
Yep, Jason, it's right at Great Lakes Crossing there. Yep, 75 in Baldwin. So, pretty crazy.
Ouch. Well, okay. You know, mulligan on that one.
They're not invited back. Yeah. That's not happening. So
yeah, no, your reservation has been canceled indefinitely.
Yes. Yep. So we are we just piecing it together, spending time. We got this really cool like soccer board game that's really nice, and it's like kind of like finger soccer. And so we just have tournaments all day, every day with the family, and just
that's cool.
We're playing. We got Jill would appreciate this. We got the Harry Potter Monopoly card game. So it's not like actual Monopoly with the board, but it's like this card game, and you get spells, and you have to get essentially like items, like collect them like Monopoly. Really, really fun. Like very, very fun. The first time's a little overwhelming, but once you learn how to play it, we're hooked. It's fun.
Do they have like multiple themed versions of the Monopoly card game? I'm guessing they got like Harry Potter one and like other ones.
I would guess so.
That's interesting.
Yeah, let me see if I can find
we just tried, what was it, last year maybe? We got a Monopoly set that had like the speed version of it. Like you can play
we played that
dice.
Too. Where you get the Monopoly guy and then like a bus or something.
Yeah. And it speeds it up, which is pretty good because that's the only part about Monopoly I never liked is that like, it can go on a while.
Yeah. No, it was real good until I absolutely devastated Sam and she landed on like my 1,500 like property that she had to pay, and then it was not good vibes after that. She was not happy.
No, you know what? And that's when I play Monopoly, I win, and no one likes that.
Yep, I've never
likes it. No, I don't like playing it because it takes too long, and I don't like playing with people when you have to tell them it's their turn. So like. If you're in a distracted group of people, like board games are not for me because if I have to go, hey, your turn more than like twice, I'm done.
Yep. No, it really upsets Sam. I've never lost at Monopoly. Like you can ask her tomorrow on stream. Never once. Not in our entire 15 years together have I lost, and it drives her crazy. It drives her nuts.
Jill's bringing up a sore subject right here with the Game of Thrones Monopoly. So. In the Game of Thrones Monopoly, I don't know if anybody has played it. Does everyone die at the end? So funny, oddly enough, there is a card called the Cersei card, and you can use that card to literally just take everyone's everything.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's one card and you can play it once, and you get to pick the player of your choice and take all of their property.
And you picked Jill?
No, I didn't pick Jill. I picked our friend Brian, and he still hasn't spoken to me the same ever since.
Oh, well, So there's something similar in this game in the Harry Potter one. So you have to get items.
Is
the
that
first
why
person.
Brian disappeared? Sorry. Yes, Alicia. Yes, that's why Brian disappeared.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny, Alicia. But in this one, you have to get 3. If you get 3 items matching, you have a set. And you need to get 3 sets to win. Well, the rule is once you have a set, nobody can touch it and steal those items. But otherwise, if you have 2 or 1, people can steal the items, except for one card that you can take. And it's not just an item. You can take complete sets. And so, yeah, it will come up and you get to choose who you want to take it from and take their complete set that they, in their mind, are like, hey, it says in the rules, you can't ever touch a complete set. Well, except this one card. And so, yeah. Yep.
You knew what you were doing. Well, I had to prove it once and for all that I was better than him.
Wow.
And so that's just how you have to do it sometimes, is with the Cersei, give me all your stuff card. It's literally like the good old fashioned, getting your pockets run card. It's like the getting your shoes, coat, and your hat tooken.
Yeah. It's unreal. So yeah, if anybody likes Harry Potter and Monopoly, this is the game. Monopoly Deal Harry Potter. Really fun. Really, really fun.
Okay.
It's overwhelming at first, but once you play like a practice round, you'll get it, and it's very simple after that. But we had a lot of fun with it. So that's been us. We've been good. We've all been battling the same kind of thing that I had last week, where like really bad raw sore throat and then little congestion. Like, when you get like the heavy eyes where it's just like not sleepy, but it's just like weighing on your eyes. And I don't know what that's called, but that's what we've all had. And it's
called being half sick and allergies and winter.
Yeah. And so it's finally passing by, and hopefully we can stay clear from here. And we've done all this stuff, you guys. We've done, we have all the little things. We've been doing this like Burt's Bees, like kind of like a honey spray. It's like an immune system one. That seems to be really helping. We do humidifiers in every room. And
gotta do that. We need to get our humidifiers going. I know that's why I got like dry nose, dry everything. You know what I was going to say is you're like, I don't know what they call it when your eyes are heavy and you're like this. And what do they call that? They call that poor decision-making skills and bad life choices because of the climate we live in. It just basically, it makes you feel like that for 4 months out of the year. And we, for some reason, never learn our lesson and have not occupied the compound that Carrie Hennessy is going to help us acquire in Florida.
There we go. Oh, we chose Florida, not our other locale.
Well, it's on the short list, and it's largely because of the Hennessy family. They've recently come up with some good ideas here that we've been kicking around. So
we do have our resident Florida man. So and he kind of like wrestles alligators for a living. So that's good to have.
Pretty sweet.
He does. So,
that's awesome.
It would be fun. So Eric, I'm the same way. He said, I've been banned from more than one game night. I play to win. Same. I was kicking Sam's butt. And Marty or Bucky, I saw your question. No, I haven't played that other one, but I kicked Sam's butt. Everybody. I beat Sam so bad that I had to start playing left-handed, and she still hasn't beat me. And she was like, she got close yesterday, left-handed, and she was like, just let me win. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I cannot.
Does not happen.
I'm not wired that way. Like, no. And so, yeah.
Oh, and Alicia's right. Florida has been, it's like, Florida's so different than, she's like, Florida's been destroyed. You wouldn't even recognize it. I would not recognize. When I was down there, I almost did not recognize the Tampa area. It's like everyone got the idea that Tampa was a good idea at the same time was the problem. And so that is
Austin,
the
Texas effect. Yep.
Yeah. It's like anywhere that's worth being in Florida got really overpopulated. It was pretty crazy. It's like during the pandemic, everyone took the go work remote from wherever, and Florida, as we know, was a big hotspot for that.
They made right at the time a smart decision, but interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So next one, hold on, we're gonna get Hans Kim in a bit, but you talked about the time between Christmas and New Year's, and this time's a weird one for us because our life continues like normal. We still want to go to the gym. I still have all the work that I normally do, but I also have the 3 kids at home. And so for me, it's just that balancing act. It's usually it comes down to later nights working where I try to prioritize the kid time during the day because I have it for a week, And then I'll just work late. I'll do my videos, I'll do my editing, I'll make graphics, I'll do all the stuff and while answering emails and everything. So it's just like kind of like a balancing act for me rather than more of a normal routine. But you had talked about some things speeding up, some things slowing down. Anything that you can reflect on for people to kind of get in the head of Nick here?
Yeah. So, it's interesting because on one side of the house, you have an extremely busy season for Dr. Nick's, right? It gets busy in November and doesn't slow down until February, which is fantastic, which is what we want this time of
Right.
year. And it's a good thing that other things do slow down because that it's kind of like it's a nice ebb and flow. If we had multiple businesses that got busy all at the same time, I don't know if we'd make it. But on the technology side of the house, and on the cybersecurity side of things, most of my big customers are in the finance space. They're in, the fintech, the financial technology space. So they keep bankers hours for the most part, right? So this time of year, most of the people that I'm dealing with take large amounts of time off. Like I have a huge chunk of my team that's over in the UK and Ireland, and those guys take like 2-3 weeks off. Most of those guys are off right now. Some of them took all of December and a half of January off. So I haven't seen a lot of those guys since middle of December.
Okay.
So a lot of that side of stuff kind of slows down a little bit, which is great. It just gets quiet. It gives me time to kind of catch up and plan a little bit. And what ends up happening is I fill that time up with mostly this year has been just all Dr. Nick's related stuff getting ready for 2026. It's been, if it's not handling making sure that our systems are in place, like once, my side of the busy season is making sure that all the things that let us get busy don't break and slow us down. Right. Because that's the nail in the coffin for people when they hit a busy season is that they can't handle it and things break and things stop living up to the quality that people expect. Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where things get busy for me. And so I'm doing a lot of planning right now that all that's sort of slow, over with or otherwise handled. It's like going into 2026 is really figuring about how we're going to handle new growth, how we're going to handle new products, how we're going to handle, I have some new systems in place to kind of make it more digitized from a raw ingredients through to finished product process standpoint. So it's a lot of that, so it's like the tech side of things slows down, the Dr. Nick side of things picks up, and then hopefully they both kind of one picks up and one slows down around the same time, and you don't have too much overlapping of craziness.
Yeah, but when it does, I know that feeling. The heartbeat gets a little bit faster, the weight on the shoulders is a little bit more, and it seems seemingly random when it all piles on. Dude, I know that feeling too well.
It's a crazy series of events that can happen there. That's for sure.
Yep, no doubt. Well, cool. And yeah, same for me. And one thing I have found, I think this is going to be a really interesting year, right? All the jokes about the industry dying and blah, 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 blah. I feel like I just have this really strong intuition that there's not going to be a slow this year. I don't know if I can fully explain it or if I had enough time to fully explain it. I don't think we're going to see a normal drop off. Come back to it. I could be wrong. I could be like, hey, it's the normal seasonal. I just feel like stuff is ramping up where it's not going to be crazy. But I think in the spring, I think the industry is going to kind of remain, and we'll see. But I just have this really overwhelming like gut intuition about that.
I don't think you're wrong. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm getting things. I usually get a sense of when things are starting to slow down.
Same.
Starting to slow down. I know you do. You get a ton of that because you have more contact with the community than anybody. Yep. But what I'm seeing too isn't just a community sense of things slowing down. It's like an industry-wide sort of momentum right now that's happening. You know what I mean? Like there seems to be like a rally going into 2026. It doesn't feel like this back off heat that we had going into 2025.
Agreed. There's not like, and I don't know if it was the like real prompted discussion of is the industry dying and gave us all like great perspective and backfired on that company horrendously, but it almost is. You're right. Like there's like Like, skip you. Like, no, we're rallying. We're doing this thing. And how many companies came out of the woodwork and they're like, no, this was our biggest quarter in history, 10 years, 8 years, 6 years. And it just seems like it's going more and more and more. The amount of people reaching out to me is just insanely like positive and huge numbers. And so I just feel like the community's in such a good spot. The industry's in such a good spot. It's so much more accepted. And it feels different this year in the most positive way ever.
I agree. And I think people here will be happy to, obviously if you're here, you support what we do. So
Yeah.
this is all good news for you,
Right.
is that, we had our biggest month we've ever had in November of this year, right? It was record breaking in all areas for us.
Every single stat.
Every single statistic was broken in November, reset the bar for every single company record. And so what's interesting, I guess, is you look at that, we had more first time cut. We had double, actually. It was right about double. It was like 102%. It's there double the amount of first time customers this November as last November. So if you look at the amount of new people that came in and joined the community and joined the family this November, it was more than who joined and came in last year. And
they'll be back.
Yeah. And with an 80% return customer rate, that's really good news for us, right? Because we just picked up, we all picked up just a bunch of new additions to the family here, which is just more people experiencing the Dr. Nick's difference, right? Just not even to say it too many times. I mean, it's a difference. And people that are first-time customers are writing, and they're saying that they can feel the difference. They can smell it, feel it, see it, and sense it. And it's palpable. And people that are coming in that are new they're getting it, which is great.
Yeah. And so many good comments. Let me hit some of these. I think Alicia's right. She said, I think it took people a good 5 years after COVID to learn where and how to spend their money. Things are less scary. I agree. I don't hear as much about, the economy or this or that, and obviously not talking anything political. I think it just took people to get out of that shell shock.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it is. It's become more stable and more normal. And so 100%. Yeah. And
based on that, though, do you feel like, Alicia, do you feel like, and you too, Dan, do you guys feel like COVID induced a scarcity mindset into a lot of people that didn't have a scarcity mindset previously?
It's fight or flight is a real thing, right? It's a real human system. And a lot of us got activated during that time for fight or flight.
Yeah.
I chose to fight. Many people chose flight in scarcity, and there's no abundance, and we're all failing. We're all going down. And it's like their central nervous system just took time to slowly repair and heal. The only way to get out of fight or flight is with your central nervous system. This is
the sympathetic nervous system.
Yep. I know this way too well.
Yeah.
And I do think you're exactly right. I think that concept is slowly healing and people are coming out of it.
Yeah, I think so too. And Alicia's there with me. And it's like, I think, you just, because you look at what happened. I mean, a lot of people had their livelihoods stripped away, right? And in a lot of situations, in a non-recoverable, at least not obviously recoverable path, to resolution, right? So, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but it's like, I feel like that's what we're almost coming out of right now. Just like you guys are saying, is like that cloud we're coming out of. It's almost like we're coming out of like that scarcity cloud where people are realizing like, wait a minute, things aren't that bad. They're not that scary. Like,
dude, again, were you in the stream last night? No,
I wasn't,
but a topic, I did Florida Man, and somebody commented and they were like, this is why I'm so scared of society today. I'm paraphrasing. Why I'm so scared of society today. The whole world is going to crap. It's the worst time ever. And I gently, my style, countered it and said, as a history teacher and a lover of history, you're just wrong. It's actually the safest time in human history. There've always been crazy. There's always been terrible. There's always been scary. Mm-hmm. They just didn't have the coverage. They just didn't have the cameras.
Sure.
And guess what? The scary 1,000 years ago, way scarier, way worse. Like if we had cameras
Way
during some of
scarier.
these medieval times and any of the world wars and so many other areas, nope, we're okay. We're doing all right now. And so it does take some of that perspective, and it does take time healing from it. And Alicia's right. There's not a human that was alive during COVID that had ever experienced anything quite like that. It just didn't exist. And so we had to kind of learn how to get out of it as we went.
Yeah. That's you're dead on. I mean, especially the part about like when you have something happen in the world and everyone, even the people who are acting like they know what to do, have never been through it before.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy situation. Talk about never been through it before. You know what I figured out yesterday, and I told for those of you who don't know, I have a 13-year-old son, and I told him yesterday. I forget what I was looking at, but I was reading something about life expectancy, and all of a sudden I like tilted my head back and started thinking, life expectancy has obviously been going and is going way up, as far as like years go.
Yep.
If my son outlives my dad by 3 years, he'll be alive to see the year 2100.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy to think? Like,
yeah,
your kids are going to see the year 2100.
That's cool.
Like that's cool. Insane. They're going to see, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy to think like the timelines that are going on right now and like how much time is, how much things are changing. It's like the statement though about how everything's bad and about how everything's as worse as it's ever been. Like people, like Alicia said, those people are brainwashed. There's people out there saying that our industry is dying and we're having record months, month after month. Right. And it's, so obviously that's not happening. Right. And you look at people out there that are saying like things about the economy. I mean, there's things happening out there right now that haven't happened in the past like 10 years that are finally happening like right now as far as the economy is concerned. And what's interesting beyond money, let's forget about the money side of an economy for a minute, the innovation side of our world. Right. They're now calling like Gen Alpha, right? Parts of it because of what's happening. They're calling it like the Ben Franklin generation and what's happening right now. It's like the reawakening of doing things with your hands and yourself and the maker fronted industries that are taking place right now. Like they didn't exist 10 years ago. And there's things that are new opportunities.
And it's so fast that it's hard to even process that it's happening.
Oh, and with AI, I mean, it's just dumping rocket fuel on everything that's advancing.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, like now people don't need a team of people and a handful of investors to take something from concept to MVP stage where they can go out and raise funds or get a user community behind something, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's just the velocity at which ideas are able to take shape now is insane.
Yeah.
But no, I totally agree with you, and I disagree with the sentiment of things are as bad as they've ever been. Like, things are getting better, and I feel like we're running into 2026, not running away from 2025.
Agreed. Truly agreed. And Chris is kind of just rounding out what we're talking about here with the industry. And essentially they're like, our numbers are bad, the industry's dying. Well, that's never been the case that a company gets to decide the industry, especially if it's been poor decision after poor decision after poor decision. That's just how you compensate in your head, right? Everybody loves company when you're in misery. And so it's like, if we're doing bad, everybody has to do bad. It had to feel real weird when companies like, we just hit our best quarter ever and we've been in business for 10 years. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where it's not a zero-sum game, right? It's not. But at the same time, if your numbers are going down, the beards aren't going away. It's probably because someone else is eating your lunch, and it's they're going somewhere else. The numbers are transitioning. They're not being eliminated.
Or their email that they sent this morning that ended with, "Thank you so much for choosing their company," and then exact words, "when there are so many options in the marketplace." They put that in their email.
Huh.
Like, little projection, little Freudian, like
that is a little weird. Yeah, JB, get you right. I still have a beard. Yeah, I still have one too, JB. It's weird.
Yep.
It's like
No, and so many other quick comments here that were just gold. Jill's right. The industry is still has a lot to learn too. It's a young concept. We are behind Bath and Body. We are behind women's cosmetics. We are behind pretty much everything. And it's everybody's on the ground floor. And as this industry rises and grows, those that are leading the ground floor are going to continue to lead and grow. It might not be as explosive as everybody wants right now, but when it happens, stay at the top of where it's at, and you're just going to go up even higher. It's just a fact.
That's it. And
just
it's
getting started. And then Leo could not agree with this anymore. Yes, I see less of winter grow, summer no. I have not seen as much in this last year of people getting rid of their beards in the summer, or people being like, I'm growing my winter beard out. Even like right now, when that would help me and help Dr. Nix, I don't see that as much. It's more of, I'm a bearded man. I might change lengths, I might change styles, but I'm a bearded man. And
manliness has no seasons.
I agree. Handsome doesn't just happen in the winter. It happens all year.
No, there's no good looks solstice.
Thank you.
It's just it just happens. You just pour it on all year.
Yep. Thank you. It's it's what it is. Okay. Next thing. Most people in here know Nick and I have zero commonalities in music. Well, no, okay. We have a small Venn diagram. There is a little overlap, but mostly not. We don't have a lot of overlap in art in a lot of our hobbies. I love sports. He loves photography and making stuff. I don't at all. But one area we do have the most overlap is comedy.
Oh yeah.
Our tastes are pretty much identical. If I find something funny, Nick is going to, and vice versa. And we enjoy, I know it's controversial and whatever, we enjoy the show Kill Tony. We enjoy comedians. And part of Kill Tony is this tour called The Killers of Kill Tony, and it's kind of the regulars. And Nick and Jill on Saturday got to go to that show, and so good. This is Hans Kim. This is Hans Kim.
We've been singing that song all morning.
So tell us about it. How was it? What was the experience like? I've never been to anything like that, and so I would love to hear about the experience.
Dude, it was great. It was cool. And and it's at the Wang Center, which is also known as the Bosch Center in Boston. And it's a really internally old theater, gorgeous, huge, ornate, gold flaked statues on the walls inside, like an opera house, right? I mean, the place is it's a full blown, yeah. Wow. I mean, it's the crown jewel of theaters in some circles. I mean, it is something to see. And so it can be intimidating for people to perform there. I've heard from friends who have performed there. And that's the first thing I noticed, is that all of them literally, they all said something about it. Martin said something. They all said something about like, wow, I feel really bad doing what I'm about to do in a theater this nice.
Right.
I don't feel like we should be allowed here.
Wow.
Yeah, like you look out from the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insanely ornate.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. And it is kind of funny to have dark humor in a place. Like you can think of like opera and these like amazing singers, but to have Ari Maddie on there is hilarious.
But to have David Lucas with the things that he says,
roasting people.
Whoa.
That's something. So how was the show? How was the vibes of the crowd? How were the comedians?
I mean, the vibes of the crowd were just so many like-minded people there. You could just tell. Like it was a bunch of good people having a good time. Lots of big groups. What I noticed is there was less couples that I saw going there together, and like much more like really large groups of people. Like
okay.
There was like
social setting,
father, son, friend, and uncle, situation in front of us, and like there was like it was a lot of groups of people. So we were like second row back in the orchestra pit. And so you have like the
okay.
Yeah. So you have like like the folding chairs that are right in front of the stage. And then like you look down like that first row down there, like if you look down in the photo you have up, the lower right section.
Yeah.
We were right there, second row back. basically right there.
Like down, not this like angled up here, but the bottom close to the stage.
Bottom, close to the stage. Yeah. Second row back, orchestra, row B.
Wow.
So, orchestra, row B, section 102, right? Like seats 5 and 7. We were like right up there.
Did they call you out? Did they
No.
like no?
They didn't call no crowd work at all. And and you know what's interesting is I've actually noticed that quite a bit at that theater in particular. That's where the stage is really high. Like, so like if you're close to the stage, it's actually kind of hard to see. The only one that did any interaction with people was like Martin. Martin came out and for some reason decided that he was going to throw candy canes into the audience as part of like his physical comedy, and was like running across the stage to Martin running handfuls of mini candy canes, throwing them into the audience. It was bizarre. He fell. He tripped on the mic stand. He tripped on the mic cable. Knocked
Martin
over the mic stand. Oh no, completely unscripted on accident.
And like Martin has cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
And so he was doing and he makes fun of himself quite a bit for his condition. And as part of his physical comedy is his disability, or and so he was running across the stage and he tripped on the mic cable. Total just legs up, onto the chest, no hands out first situation.
To the ground.
What's that?
Like full fall, not a trip, like full.
Oh, full on face plant, legs up. And it broke the mic stand. Like they had to come out and like replace the top of the mic stand, and it was like a big to do.
Was there a big gasp?
To hear Boston get that quiet.
Yeah.
Like, so you could hear a pin drop in that theater after he fell. Like it was a collective, and then it was just dead silence. Everyone was just kind of waiting.
I love a good scorpion.
Dude, it was full scorpion.
Legs.
It was, oh yeah, full scorpion. And he got up, kept going, made fun of it, and then at the end, I say that the only crowd interaction was with Martin. He took all of his leftovers, and everyone at some point literally was like, Martin, you can stop, buddy. Like you can just, it's okay. But at the end, he was picking everything up and he put it all into this box of gingerbread cookies that he had on stage with him too. And he ended up handing that to somebody in the front row, being like, this guy's been laughing all night, even though I've been an idiot. He's like, here you go. And like handed it off to him.
Wow.
But so, I mean, I thought it was going to be David Jolly, but they replaced Jolly with David Lucas.
Great.
Which I thought was a little on the nose. It was funny. And so anyway, and then we had Ari, we had Hans, we had Martin, and David. Yeah.
I'm just so bummed because I looked up the list of Killers That Kill Tony, and they had on there Timmy No Breaks. And I was like, no way. No way.
Dude, if we would have had Timmy No Breaks, I would still be smiling right now. Like,
because he seems Boston, at least with the character, and like has the New York, Jersey, Boston, East Coast kind of vibe. I thought for sure he would be there.
I thought, for sure he would be there if he was on the tour. I thought he'd be there.
But I did hear, as far as I've looked at who was at the other stops previously, you guys had the best one. There were other ones that only had 2 killers there, and it was like they're like C-D list killers. And you guys had the OGs. I mean, when you have
we had Ari, Maddie, and Hans.
And Ari, David, and Hans. Like that. I mean, you can't have Cam right now, but other than that, those are the OGs right there.
We couldn't have Cam because the show was on a Saturday.
Yep, Saturday Night Live. Yep,
and he's on SNL now because he's fancy.
Yep,
and then we were trying to think of like who else would have been likely, but it was really like that's like really what we were hoping for. We were most excited to see Ari, and he was fantastic live. Like he was really, really good. Like he was good. I do feel like it's interesting. Like we were talking over the weekend. I'm not sure that all the Kill Tony 1 minute then interview people translate well to a 30-minute long set.
Correct.
I don't. I think Hans translates extremely well
because he's intelligent. He
is
very smart, and he actually writes.
So Hans is definitely, you can tell, the smartest of the bunch. You can also tell he's the most professional of the bunch.
He prepares. Yep.
He does. And you can tell they know that. Like when the curtain was closed in the beginning of the show and they had to have one person figure out who was going to do the announcements of like, hey, Boston, welcome to the Killers of Kill Tony, like this and this and this. It was Hans. You know, you could tell it was him from behind the stage. So like, if anyone was going to MC the event, it was Hans. Like if anyone had to do anything serious, it was him. Like he's the professional out of the group, right?
Yep. And he's even been showing it on his minutes on Kill Tony. Or like, oh yeah, he wrote. Like David's great at crowd work, great off the cuff, like ribbing back and forth. But Hans writes, you know.
I'm not sure David translates extremely well to a solo 30-minute. I think if he was doing like a roast or if he was on a panel, I think he's hilarious.
Yep.
But I think, you know, he what happens with him is, you know, the volume knob that he has of like intensity for like, you know, the things he says being on edge, you know, pretty off color, is that knob continues to get twisted through the whole set. I think to him, that's the only way he reaches a crescendo is like ultimate offensive, right? Whereas, you know, it's whereas if you have you know, someone else, like they end on a really funny joke, like he ends in like the shock effect, I think is how he goes for it.
Yeah. Nope. And Alicia, I do disagree, but I understand where she's coming from. She said that Hans is the worst. He's not funny, practically kicked off the hill. If you've watched, and I'm sure she has, but if you've watched Kill Tony for years, there is a trajectory of someone who gets found that's homeless, that lives in a van.
Yeah.
And they start to do well, and then they start to do real well, and then they plateau because of drugs, because of alcohol, because of
that
fame,
new guy
money,
is going to do
women,
this.
and they stop working. And he absolutely stopped working.
He did.
Well, he had a swift kick in the butt. He's been on fire since then.
On fire. And you could tell he had a lull where like he was literally coming out and just phoning it in.
Yep.
And then he came back from being on tour. Like it must have been his first tour, and something must have happened on tour where someone was like, dude, you know, you actually still got to try in order to do another one of these. And he was like, oh, I'm not trying.
Right.
Like something happened because he came back and he said like, yep, just got back from on tour and this and this and this. And he's been hilarious ever since. So I don't know. I think he maybe he got a sense of like, oh, if I don't mess around, like this is what it can be like all the time. Like,
right. I think
you know, I don't know. I don't know, but he was absolutely fantastic. Lucas does tap out at about 5 minutes.
No, you're good. Yeah. I love having different opinions. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, I see what you're saying. To see him come back in the sets he's had since he has not been a regular.
I'm worried about Dedrick too, though. He's going to do the thing. You can tell he's doing it real quick too. Like he's already talking about like how much money he has. And he's like, oh, I don't need to worry about that. I'm a regular now. Like, you know what I mean? Like he thinks that being a regular on Kill Tony is going to support him through retirement. At this point is like what he has in his head, you know, and he needs to,
Alicia, I'll take a little bit of Casey Rocket as well. Drugs got him pretty bad too. So
you know, the alcohol got him.
Yeah,
it was like big time,
crazy,
big time got him. Someone needed to give that guy some non-alcoholic beers and swap them out and just kind of give him one of those for every one of the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys got to go, man. That's really cool. Really, really cool.
Yep. Florida man's right. You're right. He's going to get something with drugs is going to come about that guy. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want it to. Dedrick, if you're listening, man, we love you and we don't want any of this to happen. We think you're awesome and don't let it get you. Don't get got.
I agree, Jill. I hate to say it, but I agree. And it's like the punchlines got lost. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
What do you know about?
Believe it or not, it has been an hour. It is 2:00. That is one of the fastest hours ever. I don't think we dipped below 30 people, which is incredible. It's so freaking cool. And With that said, guys, we're going to be back next week, 1 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a new year, 2026. We hope that you guys will be here. It'll be a good topic, a good hang. And that's all I have. I'll be partying, as you guys know, on my live stream tomorrow night for New Year's Eve. So if you guys are needing a little entertainment and community in a safe place, pop on over. Sam will be on with me, and we'll have a really good time. So other than that, Happy New Year, everybody. I'll kick it to Nick for the final words.
Oh, man. Well, whoever's there tomorrow night, we will see you there tomorrow night. We will definitely be popping in as well to say hello and hang out and party and do the thing before we fall asleep at probably 10 o'clock or something. I don't know. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to be at home. And, you guys know me. I'm up early, so it's like, who knows how long I'm going to last. I usually make myself stay up just to be like, woo, and then pass out. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. But yeah, new year 2026. It'll be the first stream of 2026 next week, episode 175, which is insane.
That's cool.
I have no idea how that's even possible. You guys have put up with us for 174 episodes, going on 175 of them. So that's amazing. But yeah, we'll see you 2026. We will see you around the corner.
All right, guys, stay